Hey there, folks. The week is definitely ongoing. Let's go to CSSBattle.dev and do the daily target. Oh, this reminds me of a game, like some kind of game. Oh, you know what I want to do here? I think it's time for the quad template. Is it a good idea? Maybe. All right, so quad template, 4 elements: P, PX, PY, PXY. Each one, so we're gonna basically make one. We're gonna make this top quadrant. And so how do we do that? I will create what? A radial gradient at 100 pixels, 100%. Let's say with this dark color, and then transparent, and probably I need to add a 1Q to make it a circle, make it 15 pixels. Okay, so there's a circle. So let's move him a little more down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 160, 155, 155, and then a 20 pixel radius. Boom. Okay. And then can we extrapolate? Can we give that a height? Probably not. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. But I will put this into a variable. Why? Well, I'll tell you why in a second. All right, so boom, boom, boom. So we want a var G, and then I'm gonna remove the at, so we have a generic circle, and then we can move it over 40, 50, 55, and then we do another one, and we need a comma, obviously. There's that second circle, and we're gonna need to move him over also 55 pixels, and then move him down maybe 30 pixels, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. So now we've got a repeat problem, but I think that means we can remove this one, clump. Oh, does it? No, it doesn't mean that at all. I think that means we need a height. So am I overthinking this? Yeah, maybe. That's okay. 100 pixels. Okay. So it's possible I've overthought the whole thing. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3, 30, 40. Close. Yeah, all of that's a mistake. I wanted to make this simpler, and I didn't make it simpler. So I'm doing a bunch of undos. Okay, and then some redos. I just want to get that circle right where I want it. There we go. And then we do need to get rid of that other circle. Am I excited about this? So I'm going to do the background color red. Add the green. And then we need to do a line. So the middle is here, so that means that this, I find myself reaching for the conic gradient. And I kind of I'm losing my enthusiasm for it. Probably not a good sign. So let's go. What do we need next? We need at 100 pixels, 40 pixels, and we're going to go transparent, 75%, and then that color 0, and then we're going to move him down. So we'll put him at 0 and then 50 pixels, 50, 55, and then the at of that needs to be a little wider, 3, 4, 5, 55 actually, probably. Yeah, there we go. And then if I put this color here, then we almost have it. Is this good? I don't know. Linear gradient. We'll just do a covering with transparent. And now we can see that gradient. We get a soft light. That's like 20%. And then that's the solution. That's a lot of code. It's not great. I'm going to do it again. I mean, it's fine. You know, it's fine. But is it clean? Not particularly clean. Not particularly clean. So what does it take to create these shapes? Let's go blank template. And I'm going to, so we said this guy is, so his height is 40, and then his border radius. So I'm creating shape of 20 pixels. And box shadow. And I guess let's remove this margin, and then let's put this here, and we'll set a color of this dark color, and then let's create some box shadows. How about 10 pixels minus 100 pixels? We don't see anything. Why? I don't know. Let's set a background on him so we can see him. Do we have an element? We do. So the box shadow is not doing anything. Why? 20, 30. Did that too. Oh, there. Okay. So I actually did do it. I just had numbers that were no good whatsoever. We'll do the far one first. Okay. So we go 130 over 200 over 210, 20, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 98, 97. Interesting. Interesting number there. So I've set no margins on the element. I just make me an element that's 40 pixels tall, and I'm going to use the shadows. And that's all I wanted. But that puts these in interesting positions. So there's 1, 217, 176. Probably the next one is going to be also, it's going to be, what, minus, well, just do 0 and then 197. That other low one. And then I want to move him over negatively, minus 100 pixels. Minus 200 pixels. 210. Minus 217. Minus 217. So again, we're not using this guy at all. Okay, so then the next ones are basically going to be these same things in terms of the x-axis. And then the y-axis is going to be like 10 pixels or something. 10, 30, 40, 47. And so this one is also going to be 47. Very clean. So then how do we do that, the last bit of this? Is there an efficient thing we can do? I want to go to a radial gradient. Radial gradient. So maybe that's going to be that same dark color. 20 pixels radius, and then transparent. And we got nothing. Why? Oh, because the why don't we see that background? We don't see anything. Radio grid. So background on the body is not working, and I cannot see. Oh, because I need a comma. That's why. There it is. Again, not a computer. And so here I will put this in a variable, we do var G, and we're going to move the first one over like 10 pixels, 20, 30, 40, 50. Nope, 45. And we do the same thing, and then a negative number, right? Negative 45 with a comma. And our final piece is adding that background color. And submit. And this is simpler code than that quad template. The quad template's nice. I enjoy using the quad template. However, it's a lot of code. Let's minify and unit replace. And interestingly, 217 and 197 and none of those things like mean anything. We don't have any margin. We'd have to use any margins. Would we have cleaner numbers if we had used some margins? Yes, probably. And that would be another choice. That would be another way to go. But I'm content with this solution. So we showed two solutions. It's been a while since I've done two solutions on the same day. I always am thinking about those things. I will also point out, so that's pretty good score as far as I go. 205 characters and more than 650. That's good. I will point out that there is a battle ongoing, so be sure to check out the battle. New targets come out every Saturday, depending on your time zone, hemisphere wise, but they are super fun. You can see they're a good deal. They are more complicated than the usual dailies, and they are fun ones. I have had fun attacking these guys. I think I'm in the top. Oh, it actually says I'm number 32 in this battle so far, but there are many more weeks to go, and many more players will play. But for the moment, I'm at 32. I think I had one time. I think I was the first to submit, or one of the first to submit, and I was top 3, and that left very quickly. As many of you point out, you could do shorter code. I know that. I do it for fun, and I do these for fun too. But the daily targets are my bread and butter here for the YouTube videos, because I find them fun to do, and I like sharing that and having a record. And I watched some sequences from some of my videos in the past few days, and I enjoyed them. Like, it's fun to revisit mistakes I make as I'm coding, and I say the number 5 and I just type the number 3, all the little mistakes, but I keep these as is, right? This is not, the goal is not perfect professionalism, but try to talk through how I talk through these problems. And that is very much it feels like a whiteboard process, right? Or a rough draft or a sketch. But the goal is always, to get to that 100% match, right? That's really the goal. And I find that really fun. And so that's why I submit these things and do this video and write code and make web pages and all the creative stuff that I like to do. Hope you're doing well out there. As the week continues, it continues to be quite a world. Be good to yourself, be good to each other, and go make a web page.